Welcome to a celebration of one of the most unforgettable figures in Hollywood history, Farrah Fawcett. Her name evokes an era, a style, and a presence so magnetic that even decades later, people still pause when they see her images. Farrah wasn't just a woman who posed for cameras, she was a phenomenon who transformed photography into art and charisma into cultural currency. Every frame she inhabited became a moment of pure storytelling, capturing more than beauty. It captured the essence of confidence, charm, and daring edge. The power of a photograph. Few celebrities can claim that a single photograph can make time feel as though it has stopped. Farrah Fawcett was one of those rare individuals. When she stepped in front of a camera, she didn't just take a photo, she created an experience. Her expressions, her body language, the tilt of her head or the curl of her hair, all coalesced to tell a story that resonated far beyond the frame. Whether it was a casual snapshot or a high-fashion shoot, every image radiated life, energy, and personality. Her photos were not ordinary. They were pieces of history, snapshots of a cultural phenomenon that redefined standards of beauty and star power. They didn't just reflect a moment, they encapsulated an era, capturing an essence of style and allure that would influence generations of photographers, models, and fans alike. There is something about Farrah's presence in front of the lens that feels alive, as though the camera itself becomes a partner in her artistry. More than a star. A phenomenon. Farrah Fawcett was never merely a celebrity, she was a phenomenon. Her impact went far beyond superficial glamour. She exuded an energy that combined warmth with boldness, charm with confidence, and beauty with a rebellious edge. Her smile had the power to captivate, her golden hair became iconic, and her figure was admired not just for its aesthetic appeal, but for the way she carried herself with unmistakable poise and self-assurance. Every photograph tells a story of this magnetic presence. When you look at Farrah, you don't just see a beautiful woman. You see someone fully aware of her power, her influence, and her ability to command attention without demanding it. That balance of grace and audacity is what made her unforgettable. She had the rare talent of blending natural elegance with a daring spirit, producing images that felt both effortless and electric. The camera, as her confidant Farrah, had a remarkable way of transforming the camera into her confidant. Unlike many, she didn't shy away from the lens. She embraced it, danced with it, and sometimes even challenged it. Each pose was carefully considered yet appeared spontaneous, a perfect blend of intention and instinct. Whether she was clad in casual wear, swimwear, or simply flashing her famous smile, she made it clear that the camera was not an instrument of exposure, but a collaborator in her storytelling. This relationship between subject and lens is rare. It requires more than beauty. It demands intelligence, charisma, and confidence. Farrah possessed all three. She understood that the camera could amplify personality just as much as it could capture appearance, and she used that knowledge to create iconic moments that continue to inspire photographers and entertainers today. Boldness, that redefined beauty. Farrah's photography was revolutionary because it challenged conventional ideas of beauty. It wasn't about perfection, it was about attitude. Every curve, every glance, every playful tilt of her head projected a sense of self-assuredness that few could rival. Her poses were bold yet natural, daring yet effortless. She taught the world that beauty isn't static, it's dynamic, vibrant, and unapologetically expressive. Perhaps no image exemplifies this better than her famous red swimsuit poster. More than just a photo, it became a symbol of an era. An icon that transcended the medium to become part of popular culture. It captured the spirit of the 1970s, a moment when Farrah's charm and confidence inspired countless fans and shaped the standards of Hollywood glamour. That poster didn't just show Farrah Fawcett, it announced her to the world as a force to be reckoned with. Confidence as a cultural landmark. One of the most striking aspects of Farrah's images is the confidence that radiates from every frame. She didn't just accept attention, she commanded it. There is a magnetic quality to her presence that is impossible to ignore. a quality that makes people stop, look closer, and marvel at the combination of beauty and audacity. Her photographs aren't just visual experiences, they are studies in poise, self-assurance, and charisma. This confidence made Farrah a cultural landmark. She didn't simply follow trends, she set them. Her style influenced fashion, photography, and popular culture, leaving an indelible mark that still resonates today. When people look at Farrah Fawcett, they see more than a beautiful woman. They see a trailblazer, a figure who redefined what it meant to be a confident, fearless presence in the public eye. The daring edge Farrah's allure wasn't limited to conventional beauty. It extended into her daring, fearless persona. Her poses were sometimes provocative but always empowered. They weren't attempts to shock or titillate, they were expressions of self-possession. She understood the power of the lens and used it to craft an image of herself that was both accessible and aspirational. This edge made her stand out in a world filled with stars who were often confined by expectations of modesty or decorum. Farrah broke those boundaries, proving that strength, confidence, and sensuality could coexist harmoniously. Even beyond the confines of professional photography, her presence in film, television, and public appearances mirrored this fearless approach. She had an uncanny ability to make audiences feel both connected and captivated, a testament to her rare combination of warmth, charisma, and assertiveness. A lasting influence. The influence of Farrah Fawcett extends far beyond the decades in which she was most active. Her images continue to inspire not just fans, but models, photographers, and artists who seek to capture her balance of natural beauty and commanding presence. People still study her work for insight into body language, facial expression, and the intangible qualities that create star power. Farrah's legacy is also one of empowerment. She showed that embracing one's individuality and projecting confidence could leave a lasting mark on the world. She proved that fame doesn't require conformity, that attention can be handled with poise, and that true style comes from authenticity. Her influence isn't limited to photography. It permeates the way women approach self-expression, beauty, and presence in public life. Timeless beauty. Decades later, Farrah Fawcett's photographs still captivate. There's a timeless quality to her images, a combination of natural elegance and fearless energy that defies the passing of time. She didn't need filters, special effects, or gimmicks. She had pure star power, a magnetic presence that drew eyes and hearts alike. Her beauty was undeniable, but what made her truly unforgettable was the way she carried herself, the aura of confidence and charisma that made each photo more than just a picture. It made it a statement. Each image invites viewers to not only admire but to feel. They provoke admiration, nostalgia, and inspiration all at once. Farrah's work transcends the superficial. It communicates a sense of living boldly, of embracing the spotlight without fear, and of crafting a narrative that is as compelling today as it was the moment the shutter clicked. The icon that endures. Farrah Fawcett remains a benchmark for beauty, confidence, and charisma. She was not just a model or actress, she was a cultural touchstone whose influence continues to ripple through generations. Her photographs serve as reminders of what it means to be both daring and graceful, bold and natural, radiant and real. In revisiting her work, it becomes clear why Farrah's name continues to resonate. She set standards not just for beauty, but for presence, self-expression, and empowerment. Each frame reflects her understanding of herself, her audience, and the art of capturing moments that transcend time. Even now, when people see Farrah's images, they are struck not only by her aesthetic appeal, but by the story they tell. Of a woman who understood her power, celebrated her individuality, and left a legacy that continues to inspire awe. Her daring poses, fearless aura, and magnetic presence ensured that she would remain in a league of her own, admired not only for her beauty, but for the spirit that shone through every photograph. Conclusion. Farrah Fawcett didn't just take photos, she created history. Her work captures a rare combination of beauty, confidence, and audacity that few have ever matched. She demonstrated that true star power comes not from perfection, but from personality, not from conformity, but from daring authenticity. These images are more than pictures. They are cultural landmarks, studies in confidence, and celebrations of a woman who knew exactly who she was and wasn't afraid to show it. Farrah Fawcett's influence is timeless, her presence unforgettable, and her legacy as a bold, radiant, and empowering figure remains firmly entrenched in the annals of Hollywood history. Every time her photos are revisited, it's clear that she left more than a visual imprint. She left an enduring blueprint for courage, style, and charisma. Farrah Fawcett remains, without a doubt, one of the most breathtaking and influential women ever to grace the spotlight. Her images are a testament to the fact that while decades may pass, true star power never fades.